So here we have a 2020 Ford F-150 Lariat. Now this is customized by Saleen, so this is their SportTruck XR yellow label. So gray on black. Your powertrain, you get that 5-liter V8 from Ford, and then it's actually supercharged with an Edelbrock supercharger, and then we have a 10-speed automatic transmission. Now power output with all the upgrades is 700 horsepower, 600 pound-feet of torque, so we're definitely going to test that out on the test drive. But a tasteful retrofit here. I really like the front end, I like the grille, I like those LED headlamps there. We also have the fog lights as well. And then I really like these wheels here. They really give it a super truck kind of feel to it. These are 17s. Running boards there. Power windows, power mirrors, power door locks. Plenty of space in the door panel. Headlamp controls, fog lights, electronic parking brake. We do get power adjustable pedals, and we do get those custom Saleen pedals. Really like those. And then there's a bass knob here for the sound system. And I'll show you those subs in a minute. I think that was an aftermarket upgrade. And then here are these leather stitch seats here. And there's our power driver seat, two-way power lumbar support. And I do believe, I think I said this was a Lariat. I think this is sitting on an XLT chassis. I have to double check because it does have that aftermarket leather. So a Lariat wouldn't need all that. But let's check out this rear seat space. I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size. So being 6'3" back here, tons of space. Then we have seat back pockets on both sides, rear AC vents, two USB-A ports there, and then a 110 3-prong plug-in there. And sorry, it's tinted back here, so it is a bit dark. And then we do have a sunroof as well, so that's what it looks like with that sunshade back. And fuel filler there. Also like these tail lamps. Now I don't know how much of this is actually aftermarket and which one of these upgrades actually, I should say which of these upgrades came standard on this Saleen. I'm assuming that this is aftermarket. But bed liner here, tonneau cover as well. Let's take a look underneath. And as we come around to this right side here, very nice exhaust. And then we do have our power front passenger seat here. It's a little pocket there, and then we do have a lockable glove compartment down here. But I just kind of want to give a quick run through of all the features on this because I'm really just wanting to take this out on a test drive. I've reviewed several F-150s in the past, but nothing like this. And there's that supercharged V8. Well, let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. It's freezing out here. So leather wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn. And then we do have the navigation screen here. We get our AM, FM, XM radio, Bluetooth audio, and then we have the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. So there's all of that there. The volume knob is here. And then we have our single zone climate controls, 3-stage heated front seats. Another 110 3-prong with a 12-volt 4-wheel drive controls are there. And then I'm gonna actually push this shade back. So I'm guessing this is a Lariat. It's just, I don't know. I don't even want to say that it is or isn't because it's just a strange build here. That roof, again, dual pane panoramic, and then we also have a power sliding rear window. Ow, just smashed my finger. So that's pushing it back. So I like that it goes back that far, and then hit it a second time, it goes all the way back. And sunglasses holders here. Probably need these lights, it's hard to see in here. But center console cubby space, Pretty good size. We have a movable and a removable tray in here. There's a 12 volt down there. And then back to the steering wheel, we can use these 4 arrows to go through the middle part of the gauge cluster there. And then cruise controls, volume controls, mute, track list. And then we have voice recognition, Bluetooth controls there. And then windshield wipers are intermittent here. Push that button there for the front wiper fluid. And then high beams can be toggled there. Key fob. And I just want to get right to it. Let's go ahead and take this Saleen SportTruck XR yellow label out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in the Saleen SportTruck, let's just go ahead and floor it here. Wow, gosh. Whew. Yeah, wow, that is incredible. I mean, it pulls so fantastically. It's just, oh man. Sheesh. And it's just, it doesn't seem like it's gonna get up, but when that supercharger, the higher you get in those RPMs, it starts, man, that is something wild for a truck like this. But pretty tame. I like the exhaust drone there, just the sound that you get, just giving it light throttle. And then I love how just gnarly it sounds when you put your foot into it. And I do think that this is a pretty, just performance-wise and just all of the tasteful modifications that have been done to this one, I do think it's a 60, 65 grand truck just for what you get so far. Just all the performance alone, it's crazy. It really is. But pretty easy to drive around town. Now I think this does have some sort of lift on it. It definitely feels like it rides higher than a typical F-150, but not 100% sure there. I just kind of saw this and wanted to get behind the wheel of it, and I'm glad I did, because it is quick, very quick. Feels much faster than the EcoBoost V6 actually. I'm gonna give myself some space so that I can floor it here again. All right, here's foot down. I mean, the roar you get is just crazy from the exhaust. Goodness gracious. It's just loud, just so loud. Oh man, that's nice. Now, as opposed to just the typical fuel economy you can expect from the V8 before the supercharger and all this aftermarket stuff, you're not going to be getting the best of gas mileage. This one is averaged around 12, 13 miles per gallon, it looks like. And whoever had it before probably wasn't just flooring it like I am. But I mean, driving this around for work or whatever, you'll probably get decent gas mileage, but when you put your foot into it, you're gonna chug it. So just keep that in mind. But man, it's just, it's so much fun just putting your foot into this thing. And honestly, the ride quality is not bad. You can definitely feel the road, but just in terms of driving down the interstate and all of that, it's not bad at all. Now, comparing this to a Raptor, I do think that this is, I mean, obviously you have a lot more horsepower, a lot more torque, but it's just, twin turbos are nice when the boost finally kicks in, but it's just wild climbing the RPMs in this thing, and then it's just pulling harder and harder as you get up to speed. and it just makes it that much more of, I don't even want to say it's more fun, it's just a wild driving experience, just a super wild driving experience. Just putting your foot down and just feeling, there's just nothing like a supercharger pulling as you get up to 5,000, 6,000 RPMs. It's just insane. And this one, it had a, I don't know what the warranty is. You get like a 2-year, 24,000 mile warranty, I think, bumper to bumper from Saleen. But I mean, everything just seems like a new F-150 in terms of just how it's driving, how the 10-speed shifts, and then having that supercharger, it just feels fresh out of the factory. But all in all, I mean, with the way that the truck is set up, sitting a bit higher with these tires, it's not driving 100% straight, so it probably just needs an alignment there. But when you have a supercharged engine and you thrash it, that tends to happen just when you have that much horsepower torque anyways. And then also where this one, the temperature has fluctuated quite a bit the last few days here, and where this has been sitting on the lot, that's probably why these tire pressure sensors are on. If they're not just messed up from having these wheels, I don't know, but that probably has something to do with how it's driving as well, just with the wheel not being 100% straight. And of course, very few roads are going to be absolutely flat, and that could have something to do with it as well. But we'll give it one more pull here. But this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2020 Ford F-150, I should say Saleen F-150 sport truck.